We're back for another chat with really nobody. That's just to put the information out there, just in case us as humanity get through this. Maybe some movie footage. Who knows? Maybe one day people will care what I have to say. It shouldn't matter whether I'm the Mashiach or not to listen to me. It shouldn't matter. I mean, we should just, before we trash and lie on people, I would think that we would be willing to have a conversation, but that's not the deal these days. Unless you want a conversation with Uncle Will. I could have got mine. Could have had to have paid a price and had to be in ladies' panties to have one with Uncle Will, but we did get our conversation and well, I do know how that went. And it was not it wasn't good for Uncle Will, I don't think. But hey, it shows a different thing. But does it? Really doesn't. So once people start to realize and they start looking into, well, narcissism is something that I think the human race should start looking into. I could refer you guys, if you want, in my community, some people that I listen to. You know what I mean? I think they're on the mark. I mean, for those empaths out there too, I got just your guy over on TikTok. I think he's empathic as well. It's not the, anyways. What's up, Tits on Fire? What's going on? Hey, you know your government, your shifty little fucking government is trying to get us to hate each other. It's getting nasty out there, right? Now Canadians are being held. This woman, this woman I'm seeing, I like that. This woman, this Canadian woman, she probably deserved what she got, right? Fucking Canadians, fucking pieces of shit. Hey, like that. She she had spent 12 days caged up like an animal, sleeping on concrete. She still doesn't know why. I'm sympathetic. You know what I mean? It's hard knowing that you're locked up like a caged animal and you're not being told why. It's a fucking it'll fucking hurt your head. Well, in my case, at least they told me why. You're violent and suicidal. That's the paperwork they gave me, and I was like, "Hey, like that." I'm like, "Hey, can you show me the incidents that these are based upon? Anything like that?" Or, anyways, like that. How are you, bud? You're a liar. Guess what that means? You're you're not getting down it, Carl. Well, do you think I'm a liar like that? Do you think I'm a liar, or do you think you're a liar? And Uncle Will's a liar, and well, there's a whole pack of liars. And I'd change if I were you. Do you really think I would lie? No, 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 bud. Being with God is everything to me, bud. You know what I mean? We know who you're riding with, and well, you even dress up as your massa. You love old Sainty Claus, don't ya? Hey? You love that Canadians are starting to get punished. They wanna come for a visit. Anyways, you gotta check it out for yourself. She might be a terrible she might been terrorist or something. You check it out for yourself. I think she had a work visa before, shit like that. She was trying to get another one. Anyways, you check it out for yourself. You lost your mind long ago. Where did I lose my mind like that? What is it? When I started calling you out for being a little fucking pedo protector? Listen, bud, if you don't wanna be a man, you don't have to be a man. Don't come to my page, little boy. Go out there and protect your pedos because, well, I'm gathering God's people and, well, there's a war coming. And we'll never have to touch you like that. You've touched yourself right in the brain. You gave it to Satan, buddy. Did you see? Did you see what your government did? I mean, now they say Biden administration was stupid, and I do call them the demons, you know what I mean? They're the ones that brought you fucking men and women sports and, well, children should have the right to make their own decisions. Hey, let's feed the libraries with this nonsense. Let's send an agenda anyways. I don't know. Were they ever stupid enough to fucking have a group chat? Had a journalist do it, and well, talk about war. And the journalist is sitting there going, wow, this is real time. Hey, bud, did you see that? Yeah, you guys are attacking Yemen. But don't worry, I think it's only 5 children you guys fucking killed. Only 5. Only 5, dude. It's only at 5. Only oh fuck, only 5, eh? Your men were out there doing their fucking duty, weren't they? Keep her down to 5. Hearts must have been in the right place. When old Peter made the call. Pete, who's denying the claims. When somebody's got the fucking shit right on their phone. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, Pete, you can wear the little crests and all the little tattoos and all the little fucking shit you want, brother, and pretend like you're with God, but you're with Sainty Claus there, motherfucker. Hey, don't be lying. You can't be with God and be lying, bud. You should fucking black that tattoo out. You know what I mean? That's blasphemous. To wear something that represents Jesus and to just be a fucking liar. A liar, pants on motherfucking fire. Can you believe that? To fucking lie. It's the art of the deal, though, eh? Like, they, the art of the deal. Deny. Because they interviewed Trump too, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." Oh, dawg. Like, listen, you make a big fuck up like that, the Bosky's the first one to know. And if he didn't, he should be fucking firing everybody who was in that fucking group chat. But again, it's deny. You guys should look into why you attacked the Houthis or whatever it is in Yemen. See what those 5 children's lives were for. But Pete, he's going to make sure Europe pays for this. Sound like a mercenary sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are we going to get out of this? If we do this, what's Europe going to do? We're tired of fucking doing everything for them. You know what I mean? Like, listen, Trump wants to sit there and fucking complain about Canada. How much do you guys give fucking Israel? For fucking real, like, come on. Like, going for Jesus. Are you about ready to say, hey, maybe Trump was not the fucking good guy he said he was? We may have been deceived, but hey, maybe I wouldn't have fell for it if I was watching. You can't get all the information, though. You know what I mean? I didn't know he was running around saying the Bible was one of his favorite books, and well, I didn't even know a fucking verse. He knows the Bible is to be shared, and his excuse was they're personal to him. Deny. Why fucking say anything? It's all a big fucking joke, isn't it? It's all a big joke until you find out God's real and, well, you've been trained in the brain to be fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, you gotta face your reality and go, "Oh, fuck. What's going on in this world is evil, and I'm participating in it." You know what I mean? Trolling for Jesus, you gotta put your pedal protecting days at it away from you. You know what I mean? Stand up. Fight the evil with your brain. You know what I mean? And you know how you do that? You do it with the truth. Can never go wrong just wanting to know the truth. But trolling for Jesus. If you're trolling for Jesus, you got to know Jesus, and you got to know that only you can figure out the truth with the Jesus in you. Because right now you're trolling yourself, Jesus. Don't do that. Find the real Christ inside of you. Don't go around being a dirtball. Get better in the head. Because time's coming. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I can't tell you what's gonna happen. I get to go through this journey with you. Hey, which way are we going? Trolling for Jesus. Well, that's okay, trolling for Jesus. You don't have to like me. You, in fact, don't have to come over here and talk to me. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to anything. You know what I mean? I want big, strong people. I want people who actually believe in God. You know what I mean? I don't want these people who fucking want to be on their knees and wait for something for them to happen. I want soldiers of God, people who are willing to put on their armor of truth because nothing can fucking stop you. Like the Bible says, or I think Jesus says somewhere, they can take your body, they can't take you. You know what I mean? Hey, be willing to die for the truth. Put yourself out there. Wow, dude, I've never heard a chosen one or a Christian cuss like you do. Well, that's okay because I'm not trying to fit anybody's description of anything. I'm just here being me, and if my words hurt you, I'm sorry. But I'm really not. Like, it's time to get things through to people. You know what I mean? Your words are the ones you should be worried about. Too many people out there casting spells to add to this matrix of lies. That way, no one can get out because they're all trapped in their own little lies. So that way, they're not willing to see the lies outside of them. You know what I mean? That's why you got to know yourself first. And once you know the evil, you can spot it out there. It's a mystical experience. You know what I mean? Coyote Penny. I love Jesus too. And I have the utmost faith in God, and that's why I do what I do. But hey, people's interpretation of shit is way different than mine. My experience with God, He wants me to stand up and be a fucking man and do the right things. You know what I mean? But He's that feminine inside of me too. You know what I mean? The part that gives me the wisdom to calm down and not lose my head. And well, at least that's the way it used to be. You know what I mean? The wisdom used to symbolize the women, but for some reason, women are trying too hard to be men and not caring about men being in their sports because they want all the men feminized. Well, they're masculized. I don't know. It's a weird situation going on in this world. I don't know. We don't seem to give a fuck about too much about ourselves, but not enough about ourselves to want to know ourselves. Because if we knew ourselves, then we'd want to show other people ourselves and through God, and we could have a much better world. But we sit in stupidity and weakness and ignorance, and sooner or later, I can't go on like this. It fucking drives me insane thinking I'm the Mashiach. Like trolling for Jesus. Ah, you are a scoffer. A scoffer. Whatever. God saved my life. Just trying to figure out why and what he wants me to do with the rest of my life. I would suggest find out what the truth is. You know what I mean? Am I a dirtbag? You don't have to think I'm the Mashiach or the Messiah. Just figure out yourself. Are you who you think you are? Do you live in the truth? That's what I would do. I'd just try and figure out what the fuck truth is. And I'd try and figure it out about yourself first. And then forget about the old self. Crumble it. Take it down to a million fucking pieces. And then rebuild yourself in the truth. And God will show you the way. It's a weird way. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You know what I mean? He uses the universe. I don't know. That's the way it is for me. But For some people, he has long conversations and shit. They write them down on paper. This is what God told me, blah, 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 blah. And I hope it's true. I really do hope it's true because if it's not, those people are fucking toast. You can't go lying about God saying, "Hey, God told me." And like when God tells me stuff, that's for me. You know what I mean? That's my own personal relationship. Hey, I can tell you guys what God told me, and that makes common sense because sometimes you got to ask yourself, was that God or is it? But, anyways, Coyote, if you decide to take that journey, God will, and I'm telling you, will tell you weird shit. When you get that connection, he'll tell you shit like that doesn't make sense at the time. Like, stay put, stay right where you are, don't move a muscle, and it'll happen right in front of them. And I think that's what hurts me the most is that I get found out as the Mashiach, and the people around me, they get hurt the most. They blew a great opportunity. But see, here's the thing too, Coyote. You're gonna figure out all the things that you did wrong. See, because I look at my boys, I know what I did wrong. I can't go back and fix it, and I can't fixate on it, but I can try and show them where I fucked up, but I can't. So I got to go outside of them and show them that their dad's not a fucking crackpot and that there is a better way to live. All I ever wanted was for my kids to be able to have dreams. You know what I mean? They could do anything. I wanted to put them in a position where they could do anything they wanted to do. And I fucking failed as a dad because I didn't. I wasn't a man. I didn't make them responsible for shit. It's not that I didn't want to. I was nice and I gave up the fight. So there wasn't a fight at that particular moment. You know what I mean? Besides, it was a whole big nightmare. You know what I mean? I was always outnumbered. I put myself in the situation I never should have put myself into. I didn't want to put myself in there, but I did because that's the position my wife wanted to be in. You know what I mean? Guys say I'm a piece of shit. I don't do things for my wife, my family. It was my love for them that kept me from doing the right things, or so I thought. But hey, it's all right. Who knows? Maybe they'll find their way. That's that water thing, eh? Water over blood. You know, you gotta be reborn of spirit and water. You gotta be loyal where the truth is. Even if you hate the person that has the truth, you gotta stand by the truth. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying there, but you know what I mean? Like if you join a Ryan Upchurch fucking fan club and you find out that someone in your group is a liar, you should probably get away from that person because all they're gonna do is bring you down. And if you want to be with God, you want to be doing the best with the best. So you can encourage those people to fucking want better and to try and fix themselves. You know what I mean? Let's take some comments. Coyote Penny, I'm trying, sweetie. That's all you can do. Just try and be better every day. Just say, hey, I don't want to hurt anybody. And all I'm going to do is tell the truth. And I want to figure out the truth before I put somebody down or You know what I mean? That's why you always gotta be open too. That's why I say, "Hey, right now, I'm not a big fan of Trump, but there might be something going on behind the scenes that I don't know about." You know what I mean? You gotta always be willing to see, I don't hate you can't hate anybody, but you gotta want justice. You gotta make sure others don't get hurt. You know what I mean? When I wanted an investigation from my workplace, it wasn't just for me. It was so other people didn't have to go through what I went through. Hey, they had me to the point where I wanted to fucking kill myself. Hey, there's something wrong at fucking Martwood. Can we talk about it? Can we investigate it? It's pretty bad when you can't talk about your problems. You know what I mean? How can you fix your problems if you can't talk about them? That's what's wrong with the world. Trolling for Jesus. Carl, I was in prison and that's on site. Wow. You're willing to beat up pedos, but you're not willing to go after the elites to talk about them, eh? Hey, don't you think don't you think we're fucking kinda this is another Donald Trump thing. Don't you think we're kinda being played for fools on this whole Epstein thing? Like, you gotta admit, the FBI and CIA are the most useless organizations in the world. They cause more shit than they fucking clean up. Because we still don't know who was on fucking Epstein's fucking flight log list. But I do remember this Fox. It's a Fox interview, and there's 2 men and a lady's in the middle, and then there's Trump, and she's asking him about the JFK and RFK and MLK, and she asked him about the Epstein, and he was like, "Yep," with everything, except when they got to Epstein, he's like, "Yeah, but, that one, less so 'cause, I think good people were involved there." Or some of that information might be misinformation. You'd have to go check the interview out for yourself. Don't believe people what they do. That's right. I'm gonna tell you, this is the thing. I I worry about the world because I don't think there's a lot of preachers preaching the way to God. I don't think there's too many preachers out there telling people to live in the truth and that Christ lives inside of them. And that when they live in the truth, then they'll have a connection with God. You don't need another man. You know what I mean? I see these deliverance, Greg Locke and this Pagani guy, and I hope that they're telling the truth. That'd be a wicked superpower, right? Zapping old demons out of people, but I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to. Hey, maybe they say I got demons. Maybe I should ask Greg Locke if he wants a shot at the Mashiach. Are you still deliverance and Jesus demons there, fucking juice? You talk a big game with Jesus, but are you really playing ball with him? He lives inside of you, Greg. What's the truth? I don't know. I just don't buy it. Like I said, if they have this superpower, they're fucking not very smart. They could all come together like fucking Wonder Twins, surround fucking Bill Gates and go, watch Bill. You'd film it. It'd be like that's one of my guilty pleasures. You know what I mean? I love watching a demon face the truth. That James O'Keefe video, if you guys ever get a chance to watch it. Well, there's quite a few. There's quite a few when people they're like, "No, didn't do that." This show you on video. Believe my words. Jiminy Gobble. If I tell you I'm an informant, How dare you believe me? Me the problem is you people. You people for believing what I, Johnny Gobble, tell you. How could you do such a thing? You see how stupid this world seems? Like, I don't know, like, this is the thing, I watch humans and I'm like, do they even does Johnny Gobble even have a fucking clue how fucking mentally deranged he is? How he makes absolutely 0 fucking sense? Like, is he trapped in his own world? Like, what could wake Johnny Gobble up? I don't know, like, I want him to be with God. Because you know what I mean? Like, sometimes he can be funny, but when he tries too hard, he's fucking not funny at all. I watched his latest thing with his ears, and I'm like, "Dude, this like, hey, you can think what's funny is funny, but I don't know." I didn't find the hilarity in it. I was like, "This is kinda dumb. This is a grown man talking about his ears for a long time." But I did know that that was a skit. You know what I mean? But if he's gonna tell us he's an informant or he's been like, hey, if you're gonna put yourself out on the line and say that you were molested by your father, you should be open out there, willing to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't throw it out there and then say, "Hey, I only talk about it when I want to." Like, and then he goes to extra lengths to fucking try and record it. Like, what the fuck is going on in this world? And like, I know most people on here, and when the world catches on, they're not gonna know what I'm talking about until they go back through and meet you fellas. You know what I mean? Get to know who you guys are, you know what I mean? See if I am some sort of crazy person or humanity's just kinda out of sorts. You know what I mean? But, like, it's Ronnie and Patty Upchurch. Why would they befriend Johnny Gobble? If you were trying to get back at your with your son, would you really go after the guy who has tried to humiliate your son at any chance in turn he could fucking get? You know what I mean? Any chance to lie, put him down, know everything that's going on in his life. I mean, fucking Ripta can't even leave the parking lot, and fucking Dagburn's out there fucking breaking news. Wow. I don't think he's trying to figure it out. It's time to get a move on for Johnny Gobble because he's got devil in his brain. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not willing to fucking try, like, you've gotta come to some fucking thing that just smashes you right in the face and lets you know, "Hey, I don't know if there's hell." But to me, the thought of it frightens the fuck out of me. It would want me to wake up. If someone would actually point out to me where I'm a fucking idiot, I might pay attention. That's why I always say, "Let me know where my demons are, because 'cause I'd love to know. Let me know where you think I'm wrong. I don't have to be right about being the Mashiach. I'm okay with it. The fucking if the real Mashiach is out there and it's not me, please step the fuck up pretty soon." You know what I mean? Things aren't looking good. You know what I mean? Like, hey, people think you're so good with God. I'm scared for you because I got a story that tells me not what's used to you people involved in the system, and you can use that excuse that it's just was my job. I was a lawyer and I fucking let guilty people off because I was such a good manipulator. Yeah, I haven't, yeah, no. I don't think so. Like, do we not realize how karma works? This is the thing. I want everything I give, and I want everybody to get what they give. Because if karma is real, all those people that suffered at the borders and stuff like that, that's your government's responsibility. The suffering of everybody who has to suffer under what they do, that's their karma. You want to plant your flag in Gaza? That's your karma. You want to attack people for just something to do? And only 5 children get killed. Maybe you feel the pain of those 5 children. All of yous. Maybe every effect our lies have on somebody else's life comes back to us. I'd be all in on that. I'd say, ready, set, match, go. Would Uncle Will want to push the button and go at the same time? You know what I mean? That's a game I'd like to play with him. Hey, Uncle Will, you sure about yourself? I fucking am. Ready to push the button? See who's riding with God and see who's not. I don't want anybody to suffer hell if there's a hell. I'd rather see people get better in the brain, find Jesus inside of them, and work the fucking get to the point where you love them, where all you want is the truth. That's all you want. You're in love with Jesus, the Christ. That's all you want. You just want the truth. And you're willing to hurt as many feelings as it takes to get it. Because watch your feelings. There's too many people being hurt out there in the current system that's operating humanity, and it needs to be stopped. But for some reason, you people love it. Love it. You think you're getting your just rewards. I want you to be better so you have better and you know better. And your brain, Satan, wants you to sit in your fucking battle protecting ways. And that ain't the way to God. You got to be willing to step up, be a man, be a woman, and do the right things. What are the right things? It's for you to figure out what your fucking reality is. But I do know actually, you guys want to talk about something interesting that I had a conversation about earlier. I remember, and it might not be real. It might not be real. So I don't know. There's this video floating out there about this woman that says she's fucking Elon's ex nanny. She saw some shit. Anyways, her conclusion was Elon was going to meet the mark of the beast. He wouldn't be the Antichrist. And that was before him and Trump even thought about fucking. He was like Dem Squad then, I think, when I seen that video. And, imagine if Trump is the Antichrist and you guys all fell for him. I hope you don't stick on with him, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he's not. But then again, the Antichrist would have to be able to fool people. He'd be a real sweetie at times, really manipulative, be able to fool and trick the people and tell the Christians, last time you ever have to vote. Why would he say that? Then again, don't worry, Christians. I wonder if he knows his favorite Bible verse yet. And his China made Trump Bible. What's your favorite verse, Don Don? Let's go to the verses. You guys know I like Jesus verses. Jesus verses. Hey, this is straight from Jesus, apparently. We're in the Luke 11:2. So he said to them, this is Jesus speaking now. When you pray, say, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now, how does God's will get done on the earth? If he gave man dominion over the earth. We're supposed to do God's will on earth. But give us our day, our daily bread, and forgive us our sins. For we also forgive everyone who is indebted to us. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. The evil one is Satan. Hey, Doc Creaker. Well, you should have took her in. Did you get that from it? That God's will be done on earth? Like, if we're not doing God's will, how does God's will get done on earth as it is in heaven? Well, we have to think like God, right? This is the King Jamesers. This is the King Jamesers, okay? Hey, it might be manipulated and fooled with. We got the Kenneth Copeland Corporation involved in this operation. And we want to think because people who claim to be men of God but didn't make themselves in the books. They decided what books went into the book. You know what I mean? Just because man granted them. But then again, were those kind of like Pharisee men? You know what I mean? Because when Jesus came down, do you get it with it? I'm saying, like, it's just saying, like, anyways, hillbilly. It's God's will that needs to be done on earth because right now it's the evil one's will.